Well, it's a very good morning. Welcome to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth for our Breakfast Gallops, the third edition. Really good to be out. It's a crisp morning here in the Western Cape, a beautiful morning. And we're really looking forward to the next couple of hours with some good gallops, some nice horses stepping out. Thank you to all the trainers for participating. So Glenn Cotson has sent a few out this morning. Just having a look at the first two, which will be Hunt Solo and On My Honor. I believe Dennis Schwarz will be riding On My Honor, and Chad Little is on Hunt Solo. So they'll be galloping. And directly behind them will be Sing the Tune and Cherry Sky, who move together. So these four horses all trained by Glenn Cotson. All right, and on shot at the moment is Drickus with Anthony Andrews. That's got the black cap, and the red cap is Superhero with Corne Orpha. Both trained by Andre Nel. They'll go down the straight. So Drickus, as you see it on picture, with the black cap. And on the right-hand side, you've got Superhero with the red cap. So we'll just keep a close eye out on the far side of the track, which you won't see for now. Glenn Cotson's pair of Hunt Solo as well as On My Honor. Two very nice horses. Progressive horse being On My Honor, done everything right in the silks of the ITSSA IT Business Solutions, that of Sandy and Eugene Arundel. And then a horse that we haven't seen for a long time is Hunt Solo. He was a 104 rating at his last run, and a very good run in that, when he ran second to Future Swing with Raymond Danielson over 2,000 meters in Klabecha. That was back in 2023. But his form's solid, and it's good to see him back at the track. Just to touch on Drickus, the horse on the left-hand side of your picture at the moment. He was a buy for 750,000 at the 2023 National Yearling Sale. And Superhero on the right-hand side with the red cap, also trained by Andre Nel, was a buy for 800,000 at the Cape Premier Yearling Sale in 2023. All right, so there are two horses that have jumped away. They'll be turning in line for home shortly. They've just gone over the crossover, and they'll make their way into the home straight. So you can pick them up. They're in their race silks. Han Solo's in front and On My Honor in behind. Chad Little will be sitting on Han Solo. And you've got Dennis Schwarz in town for On My Honor. They've just gone past the 800 meter marker. So in front is Han Solo. A very smart horse on his day. As mentioned, he's been off for a long time. He's out there enjoying it. They've gone up to the 600. On My Honor sitting nicely back in second. He's done everything right as On My Honor, the 3-year-old. He was bred by the Fastfontein Stud Farm. He won his last 2 starts, in fact, in Gqeberha with authority. His last start, he beat Suka Rijima by 4.5 lengths, and the start before he beat Jack in the Green by 3.5 lengths. So Han Solo now being asked a question by Chad Little on the inside, the yellow cap and yellow sleeves, but On My Honor has breezed on by. He's a very smart 3-year-old, and I'm sure we'll see him a lot through the Cape Summer Festival. That was a nice workout. On My Honor comes past the finishing post in front with Han Solo just blowing away the cobwebs back in second. I'm sure Glenn Kotson will be very happy with that workout from On My Honor. So the next 2 horses are at the top of the lane, that being for Andre Nel. Just want to have a look over and see how far they are. They've gone right to the top of the straight, and they'll turn back and make their way shortly to the finishing post. That being Drickus, a buy for 750,000 on the 2023 National Yearling Sale. And Super Euro, 800,000 on the Cape Premier Yearling Sale, the 2023 Cape Premier Yearling Sale. And they'll come thundering down the lane in the next couple of seconds. All right, so we're going to have the gallop up the straight first, and then we'll have a good look at Sing the Tune and Cherry Sky in just a moment. So they're coming up the lane, and on the left-hand side, you've got Super Hero with Corne Orpha. That's got the red cap, and Drickus on the right-hand side with the black cap. Both trained by Andre Nel. 2 very well-bred individuals. Super Hero, a son of Futura, out of the Commandsmen Nonner Command. And Drickus, the well-named Drickus. This is a Vercingetrix, out of the Nadim Bulldon. They upsides, they've just gone past the 400. Just to remind the viewers, on the left-hand side, you've got Corne Orfer with the red cap. And on the right-hand side, that's Anthony Andrews on Drickus with the black cap. And they're just being shown what the green grass looks like out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. A nice impressive gallop from these two individuals. All right, and then we'll jump straight into the next gallop directly after this. Should be Sing the Tune and Cherry Sky. So Sing the Tune and Cherry Sky. They on the winter course. They're on the far left-hand side. They've just come up towards the last, say, 200 meters. Cherry Sky, a horse that's probably going to have to improve over the next couple of weeks and months. Cherry Sky goes with Sing the Tune. They've galloped on the winter course, and that was a nice piece of work. They've just been upsides the whole way. I'm sure Glenn Cotton will be happy with that piece of work as well. All right, so we'll wait for the next couple of horses to come out. It'll give you a breather. Go and grab a coffee, perhaps a nice breakfast bun as well. It's a glorious morning out here in the Western Cape. There's still some very nice horses to step out, one of them being One Stripe. So don't go anywhere. All right, our next gallop here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth is an important gallop. They'll be jumping away from the 1400 meter marker. So all out for 6, One Stripe and Dumbledore. So One Stripe will be ridden by Gavin Larena. That's got the black cap. Dumbledore will have Chad Little on. That's got the yellow cap. And all out for 6 will be Aussie Noach with the blue colours. And they'll be going from the 1400 meter marker. So a gallop that you undoubtedly want to be watching closely. All trained by Vaughn Marshall. All very nice horses. So all out for 6, One Stripe and Dumbledore. They'll break away from the 1400 meter marker, and we'll pick them up in sight in the next couple of seconds. All right, so in shot you can see Dumbledore. That's with Chad Little. So Chad Little's got the yellow cap on Dumbledore. A very good winner of his last start. As tough as old boots, as they say when it comes to Dumbledore. He's as honest as the day's long. He looks $1 million out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. Have they? Okay, so just to keep all the viewers up to speed, on the left-hand side of your picture as you see it is the grey Dumbledore. All out for 6 has got Aussie Noach. That's got the blue colours, and the big man himself being One Stripe, who ran a cracking race behind Snow Pilot. We see Snow Pilot in action on Saturday here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. One Stripe, Gavin Larena, good to have him in town this morning. He'll be riding One Stripe and taking him through his paces. And then directly after that, also breaking away from the 1400 meter marker, Anthony Andrews will be on Gentleman Joe with the black cap, and Sarki will be Corne Orfer with the red cap. So those are the two horses we need to watch closely, trained by Andre Nell. They will be breaking away from the 1400 meter marker. Gentleman Joe with Anthony Andrews, black cap, and Sarki has got the red cap, and that'll be the ride of Corne Orfer. All right, so good to have a few people joining us out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning for these breakfast gallops. I'm sure we'll be doing it quite often, heading up into what's going to be a smashing Cape Summer Festival over the next couple of months. We officially kick off with our festival meetings on the 23rd of November with the Cape Punters Cup. That in itself is going to be a very good race. It's a lovely shot coming through from the far side of the track, just to paint the picture and give you a teaser of what a good morning it is here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. Glorious, hardly any wind, not a cloud in the sky, and just a perfect morning to have these gallops happen. If you're in the area, please come and join us. Come and grab a coffee, a nice breakfast bun as well, and come and see these awesome equine athletes in horse flesh get up close and personal as they start their preparation for the Cape Summer Festival over the next couple of weeks and months. All right, so we're still waiting for them to break away from that 1400 meter marker. For the viewers that have only just joined in, there is a streaming link on YouTube which you'll be able to find. But we've got All Out for 6, One Stripe and Dumbledore galloping away from the 1400 meter marker. And straight after that, it'll be Gentleman Joe and Sarki that line up as well from the 1400 meter marker. First batch of horses trained by Vaughn Marshall, and the second batch of horses trained by Andre Nel. Just if I can, I know she'll probably kill me a bit later on, but happy birthday to Vicky Minot, who does so much for Cape Racing. From everybody, the racing fraternity, happy birthday, Vix. Hope that it's a special one for you. There's a nice shot of Vicky busy doing what she does best, controlling and making sure that everything goes according to plan. So happy birthday, Vicky Minot from the Cape Racing team. Okay, so they've broken away. There's two horses that have officially broken away with their gallop. They went from the 1400 meter marker. We've picked them up for you. Gentleman Joe, Anthony Andrews with the black cap, that's in front. And just in behind his Corne Orpha was Sarki. Two horses that have done very well for Mrs. Plattner and for Andre Nel. So Gentleman Joe, Sarki just gets a shake of the reins. Now ranges up to Gentleman Joe. They've just gone past the last 100 meters, and Sarki has just got her nose in front ahead of Gentleman Joe. Nice piece of work from those two individuals. The next couple of gallops well on their way. So we've got three breaking away. You won't miss Dumbledore. That's with Chad Little, who gets his first two rides on Saturday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Great to have Chad Little back in the saddle. That's the grey Dumbledore in front. One Stripe is in second with Gavin Larena as Dumbledore has a good look at the crossover. And All Out for 6 with Aussie Noach. Just chatting about One Stripe. He was a good second to Snow Pilot at Hollywoodbets Durbanville in his last run. Before that, he was a cracking winner beating Lion Rampart. And Gavin Larena will be teaming up with him for the season. And as for All Out for 6, the One World Racing Syndicate, the nominee being Mr. Vaughn Marshall, this one bred by the Drakenstein Stud Farm. His comeback run behind Great Plains was a good one when he ran third, beaten a length and a quarter. And before that, he ran second in the Langeman to 8 on 18. So Dumbledore's in front, a ready winner of his last start. Now One Stripe gets asked by Gavin Larena to go and pick him up. All Out for 6 is racing away in third. And there goes one stripe. He now explodes into the lead. Hardly come out of first gear. Top Gallop from one stripe. Dumbledore has finished back in second. And All Out for 6 was back in third. All right, the next of our gallops here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth will be that of Otaniqua. Corne Orfa will be galloping Otaniqua all alone. The 3-year-old colt, bred by Le Plaisson Stud, trained by Andre Nel, the son of Vercingetorix, held in high regard out of the Captain Alme Quitzinia. Ran 9th in his last start, beaten 3 and a bit lengths by Kai Boy. We know that form line is proving to be very strong. The run before with Otaniqua, he ran 3rd to 2020 Vision. He's progressive. There's no doubt he'll appreciate being back at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. His last couple of starts have been at the country course at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. So he'll be galloping alone, Otaniqua. He'll go to the top of the straight here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and he'll turn around and make his way back to the finishing line. Just having a look at that last run behind Kai Boy. Second in the race was a horse called Mon Petit Cherie, who came out to win the Grade 2 for Brett Crawford and Richard Furry. Arctic Wizard was 3rd to Kai Boy. He's also come out and won a good race just a couple of days for Greg Enyon. That was a good, 7 days ago? And it was a good win from Arctic Wizard as well. So a form line that we need to follow, that of Kai Boy, which was on the 19th of October at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. So he has a good shot of Otaniqua. Just enjoying the surroundings at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. He'll go to the top of the lane, he'll turn and make his way back. Okay, so Otaniqua has reached his destination. He'll turn from the 1,000 meter marker. Corne Orfa will be taking him through his paces this afternoon. Or should I say this morning? Feels like afternoon at such a glorious morning out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So Otaniqua is at the top of the lane. He's broken away officially. He's got that sheepskin noseband on. He's got the red cap. He's a lot better than his last starts when finishing downfield behind Kai Boy. He's a very smart individual on his day, is Otaniqua. As mentioned, Mon Petit Cherie and Arctic Wizard have come from that Kai Boy form line. He looks good. He looks magnificent. He's really throwing his legs out beautifully this morning, enjoying every moment of his morning gallop. And there's no doubt that he'll be a better horse when he gets back here to HQ. So this is Otaniqua, ladies and gentlemen, for Andre Nel. Will race in the silks of Mrs. Platner. It's a nice piece of work. He's working alone. And he's just headed up now towards the finishing line. So Otaniqua, a horse that you need to follow for his next starts. I'm sure there'll be big improvement from his last run on the 19th of October. That was at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. So the rest of our horses should be stepping out shortly. Again, it's just a small coffee break. That's what it's all about. Please, again, if you are in the area and you want to come and join us, I highly recommend you do so. Come and grab a coffee. Come and enjoy some breakfast with us. And just catch up with some of the trainers and some of the stars. Rub some shoulders with them as we head up into the Cape Summer Festival. Racing will be at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday. We've got a full 10-race program, a very nice card. We're back again next Tuesday as well. Just if I can, if you do follow your racing closely, the local racing that is, today we got racing on the inside track at Turfentine, tomorrow a doubleheader being Friday the 15th of November with Fairview Polytrack racing and a night meeting from Turfentine on the standside track. Saturday we stand alone at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, a good 10-race program to whet the appetite. Sunday the 17th, back to Hollywoodbets Greyville. Monday will be a break. And Tuesday, we've got a 9-race program here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. That'll be the 19th of November. We officially get underway with our festival meetings on the 23rd of November. The next of our gallops will be that of Candy Town. So Candy Town will be ridden by Corne Orpha. Got the red cap. She'll work alone. Looks nice and fresh. So Candy Town will go up the lane here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and we'll pick Candy Town up in the next couple of seconds or so. There's still quite a few more gallops to come your way. Remember, there is a streaming link on YouTube that you'll be able to find on our Cape Racing page. Just to give you some information on Candy Town, she's a 3-year-old filly. Her rating at her last run was a 101. She ran 7th, beaten 5 and a bit lengths by Paris Lass. That was in Klabeche at Fairview. A run before that, she ran 2nd, beaten a short head by Distinction. She's all speed. Is Candy Town. She's very much at home over 1,000 metres. Mrs. Plattner being the owner. This one was bred by Laplace Stud Farm. And the breeding, she's a daughter of Karari out of the Captain Almere Captain's Flame. Been sparingly raced as Candy Town. She's got that big white blaze. And she makes her way to the top of the straight. She'll turn probably at the 1,000 metre marker and then make her way back. This is Candy Town in shot. Just to give you a bit more information as to what's happening on Saturday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, the 7th race off at 15:25 will be the Grade 3 Cape Mile, where there's some lovely horses stepping out. I'll run through the field while we got some time. 1 Solar Power, Gareth Wright for Brett Crawford. The 2 horse being Rascallion at the ripe age of 7. Gavin Larena gets the ride for Vaughn Marshall. Good to have him back at the races, number 2 Rascallion. 3 Zapatillas, Cabello Mazzaniane for Brett Crawford. The 4 horse being Prometeur, Chase Majan, a jockey that's riding winners all over the country. He'll be in the Western Cape on Saturday riding for Vaughn Marshall. He rides number 4 Prometeur in the Cape Mile. 5 Thlue, back from a long break. Word on the ground is he's doing very well according to Justin Snaith. JP van der Merwe gets the ride. 6 is Montien. Anthony Andrews for Piet Boerte. His comeback run was a very good second over 1,400 metres at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. 7 is Sugar Mountain. Aldo Dume for Candice Bass Robinson. 8, It's Raining William. Corne Offer for Justin Snaith, also coming back from a break. Number 9 is Royal Aussie. Richard Faree gets the ride for Justin Snaith. He's running the Grade 1 over 1,200 metres at Hollywoodbets Greyville. Was a cracker. That was the Mercury Sprint behind Sergey. Of course, splitting the pair was a horse called Lucky Lad, trained by Sean Terry. And then 10, Gimme a Prince. His career's been a bit stop-start. He's a very smart horse. He's a 6-year-old bay gelding. And Craig Zaki's in town to ride for Dean Kahneman. His comeback run over 1,400 metres was also very good. He'll probably need some luck from that draw, but he's a smart horse, is number 10, Gimme a Prince. So that's the field for Saturday, the Grade 3 Cape Mile. It'll be race 7 at 15:25. All right, now that Candy Town is broken away, she's well on her way with that gallop. Absolute speedball. She's being asked to stretch her legs. She ran 7th, beaten 5 lengths by Paris Lass at Fairview in her last start. Over 1,100 metres, she ran 2nd to Distinction. But she looks good. She's got that big white blaze. And she's moving exceptionally well. She's just working alone, is Candy Town, the 3-year-old filly, trained by Andre Nell. I'm sure we'll see her quite often over the next couple of weeks and months as well. She's smart on her day. She just needs things to go according to plan. She's gone past the 150. She'll get a shake of the reins again just to make sure that she hits the line hard enough, just to blow those cobwebs away. Nice piece of work from Candy Town for Mrs. Plattner and for Andre Nell. So just to give you an idea of what to expect over the next couple of weeks and months here in the Western Cape as we approach our festival meetings. So our next race day will be the 16th, which is Saturday. That's the Grade 3 Cape Mile. The following weekend will be the 23rd, and that's where we officially start off our festival meetings. We've got the Cape Punters Cup, the Grade 2 events. On the same day as the Sophomore Sprint, a listed event. Then the Bantry Bay Stakes, a non-black type. The Summer Bowl on the same day, as well as the Futurity Plate, being a non-black type for 2-year-olds. So the 23rd of November, the Cape Punters Cup, the Sophomore Sprint, the Bantry Bay Stakes, the Summer Bowl, and the Futurity Plate. The 7th of December will be the World Sports Betting Cape Fillies Guineas, as well as the World Sports Betting Greenpoint Stakes. On the same day, we've got the Southern Cross Stakes, a Grade 3 event for fillies and mares. And on the 7th of December, the Cape Summer Stayers for all horses. So that's going to be a meeting to follow closely. The World Sports Betting Cape Fillies Guineas, as well as the World Sports Betting Greenpoint Stakes, the Southern Cross Stakes, and the Cape Summer Stayers race. Then we click over to the 14th of December, where it's the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas, the Peninsula Handicap, the Hollywoodbets Victress Stakes, the Commonwealth Plate, and the Summer Coronation Plate, all happening on the 14th of December. The 22nd of December is the Cape Merchants, the Grade 2 for all horses. So the Cape Merchants will be run on the 22nd of December here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. The 4th of January, please start booking those tickets now and get your seating sorted. The Lormorand King's Plate on the 4th of January, so straight into the new year. We're going to super racing. So the 4th of January will be the Lormorand King's Plate, the Grade 1 event for all horses. On the same day, you've got the Cartier Paddock Stakes, the Premier Trophy, the Cartier Septier Stakes, the Chairman's Cup, the Trippy Stakes, and the Winchester Sprint Cup. So a great race meeting that promises to be on the 4th of January. The 25th of January, if you don't know already, the tickets are available. You can start buying them now for the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, which happens on the 25th of January, the Grade 1 event. The Cape Flying Championship will be run on the same day. The Main Chance Farms Mallorca Stakes, the Western Cape Stayers, the Politician Stakes, the Summer Fling Stakes, the Summer Juvenile Stakes, as well as the Olympic Jewel Stakes, all to be run on the 25th of January. Please try and book those tickets early. You can start purchasing them now. Then our next festival meeting, after the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, will be on the 22nd of February with the Cape Derby, the Grade 1 event for 3-year-olds. On the same day as the Kaya Stables Diadem Stakes, the Vasco Prix de Cap, the Cape of Good Hope Nursery, the Jetmaster Stakes, and the Cape Fillies Classic. So that all happens on the 22nd of February next year, 2025. And the 16th of March is the Kenilworth Cup, the CRS Big Cap, and the CRS Cape Slipper, all happening on the 16th of March. So that's just a rundown of our festival meetings over the next couple of months. Jot that into the diary. I believe our next float has just arrived, and the horses should be on track in the next 10 minutes. They'll be in the ring, and they'll make their way to their various destinations, I would say in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so our next gallop will be happening shortly. So we've got Churchillian. That'll be Oswald Noach with a black cap, navy blue top and stripes. That'll go with Cosmic Encounter, Gareth Wright in the all navy. So on the left hand side is Gareth Wright. He's on Cosmic Encounter, and Oswald Noach is on Churchillian. Two horses trained by Candace Bass Robinson. So Churchillian was bought for $800,000 on the 2024 Cape Premier yearling sale. Is a full brother to Master Archie. So I'm sure there's plenty speed there when it comes to Churchillian. And Cosmic Encounter, trained by Candace Bass Robinson, is a full brother to Cosmic Highway. So these two horses will probably go to the 1300 meter marker around the turn. In fact, the 800 meter marker, my apologies. They're going to the 800. The next of our gallops will be at the 1300. That'll be Gold Poker Game and Red Palace. They're not on track just yet, but they will be shortly. So 800 meter gallop for Churchillian and Cosmic Encounter. And the 1300 meter gallop, our next gallop, will be Gold Poker Game and Red Palace. Alright, so here's the two horses. They've officially in stride. So you've got Gareth Wright in front. That's on Cosmic Encounter. Cosmic Encounter is in front and Churchillian's in second. So the full brother to Cosmic Highway on the right-hand side. And Churchillian with Oswald Noach. An 800,000 rand buy at the 2024 Cape Premier yearling sale. The full brother to Master Archie is on the left-hand side. And these two horses have locked horns now, heading up towards the last 200 meters of their gallop. They went from the 800 meter marker. And that's a very nice piece of work. We know that Master Archie was an out-and-out sprinter, and Churchillian now just edges into the lead late. And he's going to get the better of Cosmic Encounter in second. That was nice work. Two horses that we need to put into the black book. That was a good piece of work from Churchillian and from Cosmic Encounter. So clearly enjoying that piece of work was Churchillian. There's a nice close-up shot with Oswald Noach in the saddle. That's the full brother to Master Archie, who got the better of Cosmic Encounter in the gallop with Gareth Wright. So a nice piece of work from Churchillian. They just went from the 800 meter marker. And I'm sure Oswald Noach and Candace Bass, as well as the owners involved, will be very happy with that piece of work from both horses. The next of our gallops should be Gold Poker Game with Anthony Andrews and Red Palace with Aldo Dermeyer. They'll be going from the 1300 meter marker. Two very smart horses. We happen to witness a smashing performance from Red Palace in her last start, so great to see her out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth going through her gallop and her strides this morning. She'll go with Gold Poker Game, who's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. We'll just wait for them to step out on track and make their way to the 1300 meter marker. So the next of our gallops will happen shortly. They're just about to make their way onto the track from the parade ring. It'll be Red Palace and Gold Poker Game that move together from the 1300 meter marker. Just to give you some background information on both fillies. Red Palace, a very good winner of her last start when beating Double Grand Slam. That was her first run back after a good win at Hollywoodbets Greyville towards the end of their champion season. She won over 2,000 meters beating Sarki, who we've seen this morning doing some good work. She's a very smart filly, is Red Palace. Her rating at her last run was 119, so 119. Good bunch of owners involved, being Mr. and Mrs. T.D. Andrews, Mrs. M.F. Bass, CNAF Consoles, Mr. H.G. and Mrs. N.S.C. Bradenbach, and of course Candace involved in partnership as well when it comes to Red Palace. She is a daughter of Patala Palace out of the JPEG mare in Lamine. Here's Gold Poker Game on track at the moment. She ran fourth to Gimmy's Countess, beaten just over 2 lengths. Anthony Andrews is riding Gold Poker Game in the gallop. That was a top run when beaten just over 2 lengths. She made up some good ground late in the day. The run before that, she ran third to Joy and Peace, who is the Klaberga darling. She was beaten 2 and a bit lengths by Joy and Peace. The run before that, she ran second to Sugar Mountain, who we see in action in the Cape Mile, the Grade 3 on Saturday afternoon. That'll be race number 7. She's got a good couple of lengths to find on a horse like Red Palace, but she's done so well through her career. Candace Bass Robinson done a wonderful job when it comes to Gold Poker Game. So Red Palace on the right-hand side with Aldo Dermeyer. Looks like he may be wearing a GoPro for this gallop. And in front is Gold Poker Game. We'll watch them closely. They're going to make their way to the 1300 meter marker. Just another reminder about our festival meetings and the dates that you want to put into your diary. On the 23rd of November, the Cape Punters Cup. The 7th of December, we got the World Sports Betting Cape Phillies Guineas. On the 14th of December, it will be the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas. The 22nd of December, the De Grendel Cape Merchants. The 4th of January, the Lomara Kings Plate. The 25th of January, the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. The 22nd of February 2025 is the Cape Derby. And the 16th of March will be the CRS Big Cap meeting. So those are the festival dates that you need to put down into the diary to come and join us here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. And Cape Racing also very proud to announce a new Grade 1 sponsorship. We welcome Main Chance Farms as the sponsor of the prestigious Grade 1 Main Chance Farms Mallorca Stakes. That's in breaking news. So great to have Main Chance Farms on board for the Mallorca Stakes, the Grade 1 event. Okay, so the next gallop is underway. That's the next of our two horses to stretch out this morning. We've got Red Palace and Gold Poker Game. Gold Poker Game is in front at the moment with Anthony Andrews, the white sleeves and the black cap. And Red Palace in behind with that beautiful action. A very good winner of her last starts. She's a 4-year-old filly. She beat Double Grand Slam convincingly by 2.5 lengths over 1,400 meters at Hollywoodbets Durbanville in her last run. So Gold Poker Game, as it stands, has got a good 4-length advantage on Red Palace. Just chatting about Gold Poker Game. Give her some airtime. The owners being the Drakenstein Stud Farm. Mrs. Rupert, the nominee. She's a daughter of Gold Standard out of the Skip Away Mare Skip Poker. Her run last time behind Gimmy's Countess was super impressive, ran 4th, beaten 2.25 lengths. So on the left-hand side, Gold Poker Game, and on the right-hand side is Red Palace. Aldo Dume has a cheeky look at Gold Poker Game with that GoPro on, and Red Palace now gets a shake of the reins, comes into the lead. That last 50 meters or so, she's quickly made up the ground, and Red Palace gets the better of Gold Poker Game into the closing stages. Candice Bass-Robinson, the trainer of both. Just another further information whilst we've got some more time on our hands. A reminder about the mixed sale featuring Naddison Park Stud and the dispersal sale happening on Sunday the 17th of November. So this coming Sunday we've got the mixed sale featuring Naddison Park Stud, the dispersal sale. All the online updates you can find on www.caperacing.sales.co.za. So head on over to www.caperacing.sales.co.za and you'll be able to find all the sales notice information that you need for the mixed sale happening on Sunday the 17th of November. For any sales related inquiries, please contact Vicky Minot. You can contact Vicky on email, the email address being vicky@caperacing.co.za. Okay, so we've just seen the gallop of Red Palace and Gold Poker Game, and we wait quietly for the next piece of work to come our way on this beautiful morning here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. The next of our gallop, both trained by Candace Bass Robinson, they'll be leaving the parade ring shortly. They'll go to the 800 meter marker. We got the Look, Aussie Noach on Got the Look with a black cap, the navy jacket and the white stripes. And What a Star will be the ride of Gareth Wright, all navy blue. So those are the next two horses to come out, Got the Look and What a Star. They're both trained by Candace Bass Robinson, and they'll go to the 800 meter marker. Just to give you some background information on the next two horses stepping out, both trained by Candace Bass Robinson. Here's Gareth Wright on What a Star, who was a buy for 300,000 Rand on the 2024 Cape Premier Yearling Sale. Just having a good look at the surroundings is What a Star with Gareth Wright. And Got the Look with Aussie Noach, the black cap, the navy jacket and the white stripes. Was a buy for 550,000 on the 2024 Cape Premier Yearling Sale. And that's a full sister to Cold Facts, who won multiple races. So the horse in shot at the moment is the one of Gareth Wright, What a Star. Just being taken down to the 800 meter marker nice and quietly. We can say first day at school, even though it's not a race day. Very much having a good look at everything around is What a Star. And in directly behind that is Got the Look with Oswald Noach. Aussie will be with the navy jacket and the white stripes and the black cap. Okay, so directly after the two babies being What a Star and Got the Look, we've got Tanneron with Anthony Andrews on, white and black cap, and From a Distance will be ridden by Aldo Dermer. They'll go to the 1,000 meter marker, Tanneron and From a Distance, but I'd imagine the babies will turn first. So in shot, the horse at the moment that you're looking at, that's the one with Oswald Noach being Got the Look, the daughter of What a Winter, out of the Dynasty mare in Darber. Was a buy for 550,000 Rand at the 2024 Cape Premier Yearling Sale and a full sister to Cold Facts. And then What a Star will be the ride of Gareth Wright, and that was a 300,000 Rand buy at the 2024 Cape Premier Yearling Sale. So they'll go from the 800 meter marker, and the next two will go from the 1,000 meter marker, that being Tanneron and From a Distance. Just to give you some background information on the older horses being Tanneron and From a Distance, we'll chat about From a Distance first, the 3-year-old filly. She ran 5th beaten 6 and a bit lengths by Elizabeth Grace at Hollywoodbets Durbanville in her last starts. Her form before that, she ran 2 very good seconds behind Artiste and Polynomial. So it looks as if all 4 are going to break away together. Anthony Andrews on Tanneron. That's got the white sleeves and the black cap. Tanneron ran 7th beaten 11 and a bit lengths by Lion Rampart in its last start. The run before that ran 4th beaten 3 and a bit lengths by Paolo Queen. So Tanneron's in front with the white sleeves and the black cap. Gareth Wright is sitting on What a Star, the navy cap in second. Aldo Dermer is riding From a Distance. That's got the all white. And Oswald Noach is on Got the Look, the full sister to Cold Facts. At this point in time, it's Tanneron in front. But now, From a Distance is starting to close that deficit with Aldo Dermer and the GoPro. And From a Distance ranges up to Tanneron. And the older horses will get the better of What a Star, who was in third. And Got the Look was the last of those 4 horses in 4th. So those were the 4 horses trained by Candice Bass-Robinson. And they all went from about the 1,000 meter marker. So there's some nice shots coming through of the front of the balcony from the 1881 lounge. In shots, Candice Bass-Robinson. I see Joe's there as well, and the Drews. Really good to have them all out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. I'm sure they would have been very happy with majority of those gallops. I thought Tanneron put in a very nice gallop, far better than that last start when beaten 7th. 11 and a bit lengths by Lion Ramparts. And then From a Distance with Aldo Dermer. That was a decent piece of work from the 3-year-old filly that races in the Drakenstein Stud Farm Silks, the nominee being Mrs. Rupert. She ran 5th beaten 6 and a bit lengths by Elizabeth Grace. And those 2 runs before that, when running second to Artiste and Polynomial, were very good up the lane at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth over 1,200 meters. So the 2 older horses just getting the better of the babies, being What a Star and got the look into the closing stages. So we wait patiently for the next of our gallops. The trucks have very much arrived, and they'll be offloading into the back parade ring, and they'll make their way to their destination as we crack on with what's been a good morning here at our breakfast gallops. Okay, so we've got the last of Candice Bass Robinson's horses coming out for their gallops. Rainbow Lorikeet. JP will have the black and silver cap. Kyle Army Girl will be Aldo all white. And on his own from the 1,000 metre markers, the horse in shot, that's Captain Arrow. Gareth Wright will take the ride and do duty this morning. So Gareth and Captain Arrow, they're already out on track. They'll go to the 1,000 metre marker. He races in the silks of ASSM Racing Syndicate, the nominee being Mr. Chudder and Mr. Rippon. Messrs. AJ Brand, Vaughn Smith, Claverflay Stud, PTY Limited, the nominee being Mr. Costa. They're all involved in partnership when it comes to this cracking sprinter, Captain Arrow. He is a son of Captain of All out of the Trippy Mare, in other words. He ran 5th, beaten 6 and a bit lengths by Seeking the Stars. In his last start, he was quite short on that occasion. He was back deep into the red at about even money, 9 to 10 at the off. The track was running very fast on that occasion, and he just battled to get into it, did Captain Arrow. The win before that, after coming back from a small break, he beat the Abdicator convincingly. Aldo hardly moved the muscle on that occasion at Hollywoodbets Durbanville over 1,000 metres. He's mixed it up with some of the best horses here in the Western Cape, and I'm talking about sprinters. As Captain Arrow, he'll love being back up the straight at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So he's gone to the 1,000 metre marker. We'll focus on the next 2 horses that have come out just in behind. They'll go to the 1,300, being Rainbow Lorikeet with JP, and Kyle Army Girl will be the ride of Aldo Dimmer. The 2 horses in shot at the moment, also going to the 800 metre marker, are Cafe Culture and My Archangel. We'll touch on those 2 horses once they break into stride, but let's focus on Captain Arrow. He's well on his way for the ASSM Racing Syndicate races in those silks, the nominee being Mr. Chudder and Mr. Rippon. He's a very smart sprinter, is Captain Arrow, far better than his last start when beaten 6 and a bit lengths by Seeking the Stars. They went a cracking pace over 1,000 metres, and he was just wheel spinning the entire way. But he's stretching beautifully this morning, and he's a horse that we need to follow for some of these sprint meetings coming up over the next couple of months. The rider being Gareth Wright this morning, and that's Captain Arrow being put through his paces. He's hit the line, and he's hit the line really well. So Rainbow Lorikeet and Kyle Army Girl are still in the parade ring. They'll go to the 1,300 metre marker and complete the gallops for Candice Bass Robinson this morning. The 2 horses in shots being Cafe Culture and My Archangel. Richard Faree is on Cafe Culture, and My Archangel will be Pumium Jork, who's got the red cap on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is Cafe Culture. So they're going to the 1,000 or maybe even the 800 metre marker. It'll be between the 8 and the 1,000 this morning. These 2 horses in shots. One of the last gallops coming through from Candice Bass Robinson. And that'll be Rainbow Lorikeet and Kyle Army Girl. There has been a change of plan. They'll go down to the top of the straight. So they won't be working from the 1,300 metre marker. These 2 horses will go to the top of the straight. Aldo Dimmer and JP van der Merwe. So just to give you some information on these two horses on screen, right hand side, Pumium Joker on My Archangel, and on the left hand side you've got Cafe Culture with Richard Fourie. That's got the white cap. A very good winner of his last start was Cafe Culture. He's done well through his career. He's still improving, and he's improving at a rate of knots. His last win at Hollywoodbets Greyville was in the Post Merchants, the Grade 2 event, when he beat At My Command. That was a very good field. You had horses like Teflon Man, Melek, Cruise Control, I Am Giant, King of the Gauls, Anfield's Rockets, and even Winter Greeting and Taylor the Comet in behind. He got away at exactly the right time. It was a top ride by Richard Fourie to win the Grade 2 Post Merchants. So he's on the right-hand side of the white cap is Cafe Culture. And Pumium Joker will be riding My Archangel. They're both trained by Lucinda Woodruff. My Archangel just had the 2 starts to date. He ran 5th on debut, beaten just under 12 lengths by Captain West, who's trained by Brett Crawford. He was beaten a long way on that occasion. He's a horse that's probably looking for a bit further in time, the son of Socrates. His second start, he improved nicely to run 7th, beaten 5 and a bit lengths by Sir Korski. Richard Fourie rode him on that occasion. That was over 12.50 at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. So these two horses will move together. We're just waiting for some vehicles to cross over Wetton Road, and they'll be given the green light to thunder down the lane here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. And away they go. So they've been told they can leave the 1,000 meter marker. And these two horses trained by Lucinda Woodruff. My Archangel's in front, the black body with the red cap. Pumium Joker gets the ride, just had the 2 starts to date. And in behind you've got Richard Fourie on Cafe Culture. A very good winner of the Grade 2 Post Merchants, beating At My Command. He won with authority. And he'll be lining up in some of our bigger sprint meetings, I'm sure, through the summer festival meetings at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So he's now been asked to range up to My Archangel. He gets a shake of the reins at the 200. That's Cafe Culture on the right-hand side. He's got a length over My Archangel in second with Pumium Joker as they run up to the line. And he'll win his gallop well this morning. Cafe Culture gets the better of My Archangel. Let's move along to the next of our gallops. You've got Rainbow Lorikeet as well as Kyalami Girl. So in front, or should I say Rainbow Lorikeet is with JP van der Merwe. So that's in front. Kyalami Girl's with Aldo Durmeyer. Some background information on Rainbow Lorikeet. She ran 6, beaten 3 and a bit lengths by Gimmy's Countess in her last start over 1,400 metres. That was in the Baker McVeigh Diana Stakes, the Grade 3. And the run before that, she was a ready winner beating Time for Love in Gqeberha at Fairview. That was the East Cape Paddock Stakes, the listed event. And as for Kyalami Girl, she ran 8, beaten 12 lengths by Southern Skies. So Kyalami Girl now edges into the lead with Aldo Durmeyer. She's far better than that last start when well beaten by Southern Skies. The run before that was more like it when 3rd at Durbanville, beaten just a short-head finish over 1250 metres. So Kyalami Girl was ridden by Aldo Durmeyer and Rainbow Lorikeet was ridden by JP van der Merwe. They moved together from the top of the lane here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. That should be it for Candice Bass Robinson this morning. The floats have very much arrived, and I'm sure now the gallops are going to come thick and fast. So they'll get saddled up, they'll be in the back parade ring for a couple of minutes, and then they'll make their way to the start and continue. Michelle Ricks, good to have Michelle at the course this morning. The next horse to gallop, that'll be the next one on track, over 1,000 meters. Peace of Mind on its own with Pumium Jorka. I have been told that Brett Crawford has also arrived with his floats. So there's lots happening this morning. Now's when the nitty-gritty gets underway. So Michelle Ricks and Pumium Jorka, the next horse to gallop with Peace of Mind from the 1,000 meter marker. Ricky Maingard has arrived. So it's all happening. Grab a coffee, get to the front of the 1881 lounge and soak up the beautiful morning. Our breakfast morning, the 3rd edition. And I'm sure a couple more to come your way over the next couple of weeks. Okay, so Peace of Mind is the next horse to come out for our gallop here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Michelle Ricks, the trainer of Peace of Mind. The filly, who's done very well in Johannesburg. I'm just running through some of the form lines. On debut over 800 meters, ran 11th, beaten 12 and a bit lengths by Elman C. After that, ran second to Elman C, beaten 5 lengths over 1,000 meters at the Val in a juvenile plate. At Turfentine in a juvenile plate back in 2024, earlier this year, ran second to You Bring Me Joy. Then lined up again over 1,000 meters and ran second to You Bring Me Joy once again. Miss Scaletta over 1,200 metres at Turfentine in March. Ran second, beaten 2.5 lengths. So that was a very good run from Peace of Mind when running second, beaten 2.5 lengths by Miss Scaletta in March in 2024. Then broke the maiden, very impressively, beating Valieva with Dennis Schwarz in the saddle. And after that went bang with Inish Tucker, beating After Hours over 1,200 metres in a 66 handicap, over 1,200 metres in May. After that was tried over 1,000 metres and ran third, beaten a length and a half by Glawari. Cabello Matsunyane rode Peace of Mind on that occasion. That was in a fillies and mares 76 divided handicap and not disgraced at all. Eye-catching fillies, Peace of Mind. Pumium Joker in town to ride. And it's great to see that she has been sent to the Western Cape and now trained by Michelle Ricks for the summer festival. She's smart, she's a good-looking sort, and she'll go to the top of the lane here and be brought back with Pumium Joker. So the Brett Crawford float has arrived. The Gallops are going to come thick and fast now. So we're just waiting for Peace of Mind to get to the top of the lane, and then she'll turn and make her way back. The two horses in shot from Brett Crawford, Hill and Soul and Elegant Noble. Sisle Sele will be on Hill and Soul with the green, the blue sleeves and the navy cap. And Rolton Peters, the black and the green cap, will be on Elegant Noble. They both trained by Brett Crawford. I believe all of Brett Crawford's horses will gallop down the straight this morning. There's a nice close-up shot of Peace of Mind and Pumium Joker. Good bunch of owners involved. Ashwin Reynolds, Darlin Chinsami, Marlon Nika. So Peace of Mind on her way down to the start. The daughter of Vaughn out of the Jetmaster mare Without Malice, who from what I understand was deadly on the inside track at Turfentine. So very well bred is Peace of Mind. She's almost arrived at her destination and she'll turn and make her way back. Okay, so Peace of Mind has arrived down at the starts. Pumim Joker will be given the green light shortly to turn and make its way back to the finishing line. So Michelle Ricks, the trainer of Peace of Mind, will be galloping alone. This daughter of Vaughn, out of the Jetmaster mare Without Malice. Joburg form is very good, very consistent. And it'll be interesting to see how she transfers that form from Johannesburg to the Western Cape. All right, so they've been given the green light. Peace of Mind will be coming down the straight. So here's Peace of Mind. Pumium Joker for Michelle Ricks. We've given you lots of information about her form. She looks very good this morning. She's got that distinctive white blaze. She'll be working alone and having a good look at the grass here in the Western Cape at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. I have no doubt that there'll be some feature races on the program for Peace of Mind. Pumium Joker, a man that tries his best to get around to every stable, and he'll be hoping to have a big season here in Cape Town. Now gets a shake of the reins, does Peace of Mind, as she heads up past the 200-meter marker, just being asked to stretch. And there goes Peace of Mind up to the finishing line with a nice gallop to her name. I'm sure Michelle Ricks will be very happy with that from the filly. So Brett Crawford is the next of the gallops we're going to focus on. We've got Hill and Soul with Sisle Sele. That'll have the green, the blue sleeves and the navy cap. They've broken away. Elegant Noble with Rolton Peters has got the black with the green cap on the inside. So Elegant Noble on the inside and Heel and Soul towards the outside. Just chatting about Heel and Soul. That was a buy for 250,000 at the Cape Premier Yearling Sale in 2023. And Elegant Noble has raced before. Last run was a good win, beating Madison Blues. That was back in 2023, so been off the track for some time, Elegant Noble. But these two horses have now locked horns, heading up towards the last 300 meters. Left-hand side, Sisle Sele on Heel and Soul in the silks of Jason Muragasa. And on the inside, you've got Elegant Noble with Rolton Peters, the black with the green cap. There's nothing in it as they hit the line. They went from the top of the straight here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Straight out of this, there's another two horses that'll be come thundering down the lane, also trained by Brett Crawford. You've got Bittersweet with Richard Faree in the Drakenseen silks, got the white cap, and then Champagne Problems with Gareth Wright has got the all navy. So in front is Bittersweet, that's with Richard Faree, and Champagne Problems will be with Gareth Wright, and that'll be in the all navy silks. They'll go to the top of the lane and they'll turn in the next couple of seconds. Just some information on these two horses that you're going to watch gallop shortly. Both trained by Brett Crawford. Let's chat about Champagne Problems, who's on the right-hand side with Gareth Wright. Just had the one run, the daughter of What a Winter, out of the Varmere Casual Diamond. Ran 8th, beaten 10 1/4 lengths by In the Green Zone. That was over 1,000 meters here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Lovely looking filly. She caught the eye first time out, making her way down to the start. Opened in the markets at about 5-1 and drifted all the way to 10-1. So Champagne Problems just had the one start, and then Bittersweet with Richard Ferree, the daughter of Draken, or should I say the daughter of Trippy, racing in the Drakenstein Stud Farm Silks, that of Mrs. Rupert, the blue with the white cap. She's had two starts. On debut she ran 6th, beaten 7 1/4 lengths by Elizabeth Grace, and her second start she ran 10th, beaten 13 lengths by Champagne Kisses. Was back from 15-2 into 5-2. So in front is Champagne Problems with Gareth Wright, and just in behind is Bittersweet. Richard Ferree passed the 400, got about 2 lengths to make up on Champagne Problems. For now they both seem to be going under the hands. Gareth Wright hardly asking the question on Champagne Problems. He'll marginally move over to the inside past the 200, and Richard Ferree will ask Bittersweet to range up to her hindquarters, and they've now got nothing in it. They look at each other in the eyeballs, and Bittersweet gets the better of Champagne Problems up to the line. Okay, so that's the workout from Champagne Problems and Bittersweet, and just before that we happened to see the workout of Peace of Mind, trained by Michelle Ricks. The ownership being Ashwin Reynolds, Dylan Chin, Sammy, Marlon Nike, the Nassif family, George Jonathan and the Tri-Deal 16, nominee being Mr. Zach Nassif. They love their racing. I'm hoping that they tuned in to watch their gallop of Peace of Mind. So wishing that partnership all the best over the next couple of weeks and months. She looks superb. She's always been an eye-catching filly, that's of Peace of Mind. We just wait for the next of the gallops to come out, and then we'll crack on. We're slowly starting to get through it. Still some nice horses to come your way. So on Sunday we've got the mixed sale featuring the Naddison Park Stud and Disperser sale. That will be on the 17th of November. Please head on over to www.caperacing.sales.co.za. For any sales related inquiries, you can contact Vicky Minot on email. That'll be vicky@caperacing.co.za. So that's the mixed sale happening in Omanus on Sunday. So the next of our gallops going to happen shortly. Also trained by Brett Crawford. We've got Smart Horse with Sithle Sele. Was bought on the 2023 November 2-year-old sale for 230,000 Rand. And Fort Impreza will be ridden by Ralton Peters with a green cap. And that'll be trained by Brett Crawford as well. So these two horses will go to the top of the straight. And they'll turn and make their way back. Directly after this, we've got Mufasa in action. Pumium Jorka will ride Mufasa this morning. The partnership being that of Jared and Lawrence Werners, Harry Wilson, Main Chance Farms Pty Limited. The nominee being Dr. W.A. and Mrs. N. Jacobs. Mufasa, a very good-looking son of What a Winter. Out of the El Mufti Mare Magical Kiss. Form very good. He hit the ground running here in the Western Cape. He ran fourth, beaten 2 1/4 lengths by questioning in his last start. And that was in the Cape Racing Sales Cape A Stakes. Back at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth in May. So he's a nice horse. There's no doubt that he's a very smart horse, is Mufasa. And it's good to see him on track this morning with Pumium Jorka. So we'll just wait for them to get to the top of the straight, and from there we'll pick them up. So our next gallop, just to remind the viewers, will be Smart Horse with Sithle Sele. Bought for 230,000 on the 2023 November 2-year-old sale. And Fort Impreza with Ralton Peters, the green cap. And they'll move together from the top of the lane. All right, in shot you can see double Grand Slam on the left-hand side with Richard Faree. That'll go down with Epicleros. Louis Burke will ride Epicleros. So double Grand Slam on the left-hand side and Epicleros on the right-hand side. They'll be taken through their paces. Just in front of them, you've got Mufasa and two babies that will move together for Brett Crawford. So the gallops are coming very quickly. We'll try and paint the picture for you from the commentary box. Those are the two babies in shot at the moment, being Fort Impreza and Smart Horse. So Fort Impreza and Smart Horse are the two horses on shot. Directly after that, we've got the gallop of Mufasa, and then we'll be hoping to pick up double Grand Slam and Epicleros. All right, so there's a bit of traffic at the top of the lane. We'll try and pick up the horses that have broken away first. This will be Mufasa in shot. So this is Mufasa in the Werner Silks. Mufasa last seen running fourth, beaten 2 1/4 lengths by Questioning. That was over 1,100 metres at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. He's always been a very good-looking individual. He's won a good few races here in the Western Cape. He loves to fight. He loves a scrap. And he's just being asked to stretch his legs this morning. Pumium Jorka in the saddle takes him past the 200-metre marker. The run before the Questioning run, he ran second to Dance Variety, who's done very well for Adam Marcus. So there's Mufasa as he hits the line. The next two to break away are two babies, being Smart Horse, trained by Brett Crawford, a 230,000 Rand buy on the 2023 November 2-year-old sale. Sitle Sele gets the ride. That's on the near side, on the left-hand side, and Fortin Prezza's on the right-hand side with a green cap. That's with Rolton Peters. So Fortin Prezza has come out on top in the gallop. Just going to get the better of Smart Horse as they went past the line. So we anticipating that the double Grand Slam gallop with Epicleros will be happening as we speak. They've just gone over the crossover. So double Grand Slam is with Richard Fourie. That's got the white cap, and Epicleros in front with Louis Burke. Epicleros ran fourth, beaten 5 and a bit lengths by Joy and Peace. Last seen in Quebec over 2,000 metres. The run before that ran fourth, beaten 2 1/4 lengths by Rainbow Lorikeet over 1,800 metres. Just been sparingly raced. She's got some good form to her name, the daughter Master of My Fate. And double Grand Slam, who's camping on her back in second. She needs no introduction. She's a very smart daughter of Vercingetorix out of the Captain Almere Princess Peach. She would have needed her last run, running second to Red Palace, beaten 2 1/2 lengths. She then ran third, with no luck in running behind Humdinger in the Ridgemont Garden Province Stakes, the Grade 1. She's now been given a bit more leather, and double Grand Slam goes past Epicleros with absolute ease. That was a magnificent workout from double Grand Slam this morning here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. All right, so the next of our gallops underway, Pinot Grigio and Tunguska, both trained by Ricky Maingard. So Tunguska and Pinot Grigio, I'll give you some idea of their form. Tunguska, he's a son of Vaughn. He ran fourth, beaten 3 1/2 lengths by Water Dragon in his last start. On debut, he ran fifth, beaten 4 lengths by World Craft. A magnificent looking horse is Tunguska. That's on the left-hand side with Oswell Noach. And on the right-hand side, you've got Pinot Grigio, who was a good winner, beating Major Master over 1,400 metres in his last start at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. So on the right-hand side, Pinot Grigio, and on the left-hand side, you've got Tunguska with Aussie Noach. And at the line, there's maybe a half a length in it. Two very nice horses that we need to watch closely, both trained by Ricky Maingard. So a reminder that we do have racing here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday. We are standalone meeting in terms of local racing. That'll be the 16th of November. Please come and join us. The first race goes off at 12 o'clock. The 10th race will go off at 10 past 5. And the grade 3 on the day is race 7 at 15:25. It's the Cape Mile over 1,600 meters. So 10 races on Saturday afternoon here at HQ. And they're not forgetting that we've got a Tuesday midweek race meeting at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth as well. We've just got the 9 races on Tuesday. Competitive racing. But it looks to be a card where there's money to be made. The first race goes off at 12:15. And the last race being race 9 at 5 o'clock. That will be Tuesday the 19th of November. I'm going to push Perfectly Placed while I can. There's a great interview package that's being put together for Saturday's racing. You'll be able to find that on our Cape Racing YouTube page. Give us a like, give us a follow on Instagram and on Facebook. There's no doubt there's lots of competitions and different ways that you can get involved and stay in touch with us here in the Western Cape for the next couple of weeks and months as we head up into those festival meetings which start officially on the 23rd of November with the Cape Punters Cup. We did see one stripe gallop this morning. If you missed it, it was unbelievable. Gavin Larena was in town to ride for Vaughn Marshall, and I thought his gallop was out the top draw. So all systems go for one stripe and his connections. And then on Saturday, we've got Snow Pilot running. Snow Pilot, who was already winner of his comeback run at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. He likes to race aggressively, does Snow Pilot. He's a magnificent looking individual trained by Justin Snaith. He'll race in race 3 at 1:05 on Saturday afternoon. Richard Faree gets the ride with 61 kilograms off a rating of 120. So please tune into the action. That'll be race 3 on Saturday afternoon. Just having a look at that race, without question comes back to the races from a 154-day break. 1,400 meters will be on the short side. But in that race, you've got Snow Pilot, you've got Bjorn Ironside, trained by Johan Janse van Veeren, and a horse that sneaks in under the radar. I know on ratings and at the weights, he's got a mountain to climb, but he's a very smart horse that's still improving nicely. He's number 7, Infrared, in race number 3. So that all happens here on Saturday afternoon. Alright, so the next of the horses out for the Gallops on our breakfast morning here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. And that'll be the Brett Crawford runners. There's 3 of them out on track. We've got Beira with Gareth Wright. It was a 450,000 rand buy on the 2023 August 2-year-old sale. And if I speak under correction, I think is the full sister to Rascallion is Beira. Richard Fourie will be on Bazonda. And Valley of the Dolls will be Sisle Sele. And that'll be in the Drakenstein Silks, the blue and white. So we've got 3 horses, Beira, Bazonda, as well as Valley of the Dolls. All going to make their way to the top of the straight. Just to identify them as you see them on the screen. On the right-hand side is Bazonda with a white cap, with the cheek pieces. That's Richard Fourie in the saddle. Beira is Gareth Wright. That's got the white body, the blue sleeves and the red star. So that's Beira in front. And the Drakenstein horse is Valley of the Dolls with Sisle Sele, the white and blue. So these are the 3 horses that will make their way to the top of the straight. And they'll turn back and be put through their paces. Alright, so the 3 Crawford runners have reached their destination, pretty much. They're just going over the crossover, and they'll turn and make their way back up the lane. So just to repeat, the gallop coming up, we've got Beira, Bazonda, as well as Valley of the Dolls. Beira will be Gareth Wright. Richard Fourie will be on Bazonda. and Sithle Sele will be on Valley of the Dolls. Then after that, just from the 600, we'll have Justin Snaith sending out a few babies, which will be Ayers Dream, Randolph the Hearst, and Never 7. I'll give you their riders' names and paint that picture for you once they break away from the 600-meter marker. But for now, the focus and the attention is on the Crawford trio, who have pretty much gone all the way up to the 1,000-meter marker. All right, so they've turned. They're on their way back. So Gareth Wright on Beira, 450,000 Rand buy on the August 2-year-old sale in 2023. Gareth Wright is got the blue sleeves, the blue cap, the white body with the red stars. In front, as you see it at the moment, is Valley of the Dolls with Sithle Sele, the Drakenstein silks, the blue and white. And at the back, you'll find Bazonda with Richard Fourie. Those cheek pieces have been fitted on Bazonda. All right, so still very green. They're entitled to be very green. Nice that they're able to work together this morning. A glorious day out here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Gareth Wright on Beira. That's on the left-hand side, the blue sleeves. Richard Fourie now a bit lower in the saddle on Bazonda in the middle with the cheek pieces. And on the right-hand side, you've got Valley of the Dolls. But for now, Bazonda has ranged up, just gets a shake of the reins and will edge into the lead. So it's come from last, and there goes Bazonda to win the gallop well. Valley of the Dolls will finish second, and Beira was back in third. All right, here's the Snaith babies. Let's have a look at them. They've broken away from the 600-meter marker. You've got Ayers Dream, Randolph the Hearst, and Never 7. Never 7 is with Sabelo, the blue cap and the red T-shirts in the middle. Randolph the Hearst with JP van der Merwe on the left-hand side. That's moved up powerfully towards the outside rail. And on the inside, you've got Ayers Dream, who's got the red cap. So Ayers Dream probably just in front at the line, ahead of Never 7, and Randolph the Hearst hardly come out of first gear. I thought there was a very good gallop from Randolph the Hearst, who's hit the line well enough. So those were the three babies sent from the 600-meter marker, trained by Justin Snaith. There's some lovely footage of a few people that have come to join us. I see Baby M is also at the races today. So good to see little MJ running around here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. And he absolutely loves it. I'm not sure he'll make the cut as a jockey, but he loves spending some time with mom and dad around the horses. The gallops will continue shortly. We've just had a look at Justin Snaith sending a few out. We've had a good look at Brett Crawford sending a few out. Candice Bass Robinson, from what I understand, is finished. A very nice gallop from Red Palace, if you missed that. And I thought Gallop of the Morning belonged to One Stripe up until now. Not forgetting Double Grand Slam. She also went through her paces exceptionally well. The next of the horses on track. Some lovely horses as well. They're babies trained by Justin Snaith. They'll go to the 600 metre marker. Richard Fourie will be riding Black Cheetah. So that's Black Cheetah in shot. Really nice looking individual is Black Cheetah. He was a R1 million buy on the 2024 Cape Premier yearling sale and is a half brother to Great Plains. So that's Black Cheetah. Claire de Lune, Aldo Dumeyer will take the ride on Claire de Lune. That's on the right hand side of your screen. This was an expensive buy. 3.2 million at the 2024 Cape Premier yearling sale and is a full sister to Trip of Fortune. So Claire de Lune will go down to the starts with Aldo Dumeyer and they'll gallop with Dawn's Early Lights. So Dawn's Early Lights will go down with Louis Burke. Those are the three horses on track for Justin Snaith. They'll go to the 600 metre marker. Okay, so they've pretty much arrived. They're just waiting for the all clear and they'll turn and come back. They are officially galloping. So let's try and pick them out. You've got Black Cheetah. They're all trained by Justin Snaith, half brother to Great Plains. That's got Richard Fourie towards the right hand side. Claire de Lune, the full sister to Trip of Fortune. That's the ride of Aldo Dumeyer. And then Dawn's Early Light has just had the one start, ran 6th on debut, beaten 5 lengths by Arctic Wizard. So on the left-hand side is Aldo with Claire de Lune. On the right-hand side, the extreme right is Richard Fourie on Black Cheetah. And down the middle is Dawn's Early Light. That was a very nice gallop from Black Cheetah, who picked it up beautifully into the closing stages. Probably just got the better of Claire de Lune in second, and not beaten too far was Dawn's Early Light. So very well-bred individuals. Black Cheetah and Claire de Lune. Those are probably two horses that you want to put straight into the black book for when they make their debut in the next couple of weeks. Thanks to Justin Snaith for bringing these top-class horses to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. Always good to see them out and stretching their legs. And those are two horses that I will put straight into that little book that you walk around the racecourse with, being Black Cheetah and Claire de Lune. Nothing wrong with the gallop from Dawn's Early Light. Ran 6th on debut, beaten 5 lengths by Arctic Wizard. And that form line has worked out nicely over the last couple of weeks. Okay, so Ricky Maingard is stepping out a few horses this morning. They'll go to the 1200 meter marker. We've got Street Outlaw, Al Mutana and Casino Ace. Just having a look at Street Outlaw. Chad Little will ride that individual with the yellow cap. Oswald Noach will be on Al Mutano. Aussies with the blue, the white sash, the red sleeves. That's in the middle. So that's Al Mutana. And then Casino Ace will carry the same silks from what I understand as Al Mutana. And that will be the with the work rider. So nice 3 horses that step out as our next gallop at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. They'll go to the 1200 meter marker. I'll be back with some information on these 3 horses. They can all run, that I can promise you. They're all going to wear or go into the winners' enclosure over the next couple of weeks and months. I'm just having a look. I'm sure that Casino Ace runs next week Tuesday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth for our Tuesday meeting here at HQ. Must have an undeniable winning chance in that field. So let's see how his gallop looks on the naked eye. Okay, so these 3 horses are more than halfway up the lane. They're busy trotting up towards the last 600 metres. They're all trained by Ricky Maingard. Just to repeat the names of these individuals: Street Outlaw, Al Mutana, and Casino Ace. Street Outlaw will be with Chad Little. That's got the yellow cap in the middle of your picture as you look at it. Casino Ace is on the left-hand side, the red sleeves and the black cap. And the horse with the big white blaze on the right-hand side is Al Mutana. Oswald Noach gets the ride. The red, white and blue. And there's a good few horses that have just stepped out. That being of Pit Buerta and Justin Snaith. Pit Buerta's horses will go to the 800 metre marker. He drives me crazy. Keenan Stain will have the black cap, the white, the blue body and the pink sleeves. And Living Art will be with Luke. And that's got the black cap and the red body. The sleeves are white and blue. Not forgetting about Justin Snaith's babies. They'll go to the 600 metre marker. Una the Unicorn with Louis Burke, carrying the navy silks. Gimme the Power with JP van der Merwe, the silver and the black cap. And Exalted Love. Ben will be carrying all black. So those are Justin Snaith's babies in shot at the moment. So there will be a bit of traffic up the lane here over the next couple of minutes. Okay, so there's Ricky Maingard's trio. Just taking a nice casual stroll on their way to their starting points. Looking forward to this gallop. I'll give you some information on Street Outlaw, who needs to improve. Make no secret about it. Recent form hasn't been very good, Street Outlaw. He was well beaten 7 and a bit lengths by Grand Bay with the blinkers fitted last time. The run before that he ran 8th beaten 3 and a bit lengths by Riverstone. And more like it was the run earlier on this year in 2024 when only 3 lengths behind Teflon Man and only 4 lengths behind Dance Variety. So he's got potential, Street Outlaw. As for Al Mutana, he needs no introduction. He's run with some of the best horses here in South Africa. His last run he was beaten 6 lengths by Dave the King over 1,600 metres at Hollywoodbets Gravel. That was in the Gold Challenge, the Grade 1 event. The run before that he ran 5th beaten 2 and a bit lengths by Royal Aussie over 1,400 metres in the Grade 2 Independent on Saturday Drill All Stakes. We all remember Al Mutana for his famous victory in the Lormerar King's Plate when beating Charles Dickens back in 2023. He's very much at home, anywhere between 1,400 metres and 1,600 metres. You'd probably argue that that's his best trip. But he'll have a nice blowout this morning. So they're officially at the 1,200 metre marker. We'll just wait for them to get the green light to turn and make their way back. Okay, so we've had the Justin Snaith babies break away. That'll be Una the Unicorn with Louis in the navy. Gimme the Power with JP van der Merwe, the silver and black cap, as well as Exalted Love with Ben racing in the all black. So those are the 3 horses trained by Justin Snaith. They kicked off from the 600-meter marker. The Unicorn in the navy silks. Gimme the Power with JP. The silver and the black cap, and Exalted Love with Ben, racing in the all black. We've also had Pit Buerta's horses on track, which was He Drives Me Crazy and Living Art. He Drives Me Crazy. Keenan with the black cap, the white, the blue body and the pink sleeves, and then Living Art with Luke. But for now, we'll focus on these three horses at the top of the lane here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Those are the Ricky Maingard trio. Street Outlaw, Al Mutana, Casino Ace. Chad Little will be riding Street Outlaw with the yellow cap. Al Mutana's Oswald Noach, and Casino Ace is with the work rider. On the right-hand side, you'll pick up Al Mutana, famous for beating Charles Dickens in the Lomaran King's Plate back in 2023. On the left-hand side. In the middle, you'll find Street Outlaw with Chad Little, who will need to improve on his most recent form. And then Casino Ace will be running at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth next week, Tuesday, in race number 2 at 12:50. And he's very much alive in that race. But now Al Mutana goes past them with absolute ease. So Al Mutana is the class package. He's quickly put daylight between himself and the rest of the field. And he's won this gallop with an exclamation mark by a good 6 or 7 lengths. Casino Ace was back in second, and Street Outlaw was further back in third. This is Pit Buerta's horses leaving from the 800-meter marker. We've got He Drives Me Crazy and Living Art. He Drives Me Crazy with Keenan. That's the black cap, the white, the blue body, and the pink sleeves on the left-hand side, and Living Art is on the right-hand side. Both trained by Pit Buerta. They've pretty much locked horns past the 150, and they're both just being asked to go out there and do what they need to do. They'll come on tons and tons from looking at the green grass here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. So that's He Drives Me Crazy and Living Art that have been put through their paces from the 800-meter marker. So we've got two horses making their way to the 1400-meter marker, both trained by Patrick Creyer. Street Talk will have Gareth Wright, the all-navy silks on the right-hand side. That's the grey. And larking about with Inish Tucker. That's got the maroon cap, the blue body, and the green sleeves. That'll be larking about. So both trained by Patrick Creyer. 1400 meters is where they're going to set out to. And once they get there, they'll be asked to make their way back. So keep a close eye on these two horses. Street Talk and Larking About. Street Talk was bought on the 2023 Cape Yearling sale, as was Larking About, also bought on the 2023 Cape Yearling sale. So we haven't got too many more gallops left. A big thank you again to all the trainers, as well as everybody that's come to join us on this Thursday, our third edition of the Breakfast Morning Gallops. Always nice to rub shoulders with the trainers, get up close and personal with these horses that will be setting the track alight over the next couple of weeks and months. So stay tuned to our Cape socials for our next breakfast morning here in the Western Cape. We're just around the corner from starting up the engines for the summer festival. There's lots and lots happening. There's new sponsors on board for some of the Grade 1 races. You'll be able to get those tickets already for the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. And then the Lomara Kings Plate, which happens early January. So Patrick Creyer sent out two horses down to the 1400 meter marker. Street Talk, daughter of Talk of the Town, out of the Captain Elmer, Now You See Her. And then Larking About is out of the Spectrum mare, Alouette, the daughter of Patala Palace. So we'll just wait for them to reach the 1400 meter marker, and then we'll pick them up for the next of our gallops. Not forgetting that Adam Marcus is sending a few horses out for gallops this morning. Meg's Legacy and Winter on the Green. We know that Winter on the Green has already benefited from having a bit of race experience. But Meg's Legacy was bought on the Cape Racing Winter Mix Sale and is a half-sister to Oriental Charm. That'll be coming up shortly, trained by Adam Marcus. So these two horses in shot are both trained by Adam Marcus. On the left-hand side, you've got Meg's Legacy. And on the right-hand side, now in front, with Elder Dimmer, is Winter on the Green. Winter on the Green ran 13th on debut, beaten 10 and a bit lengths by Maritzburg Memory. Far better than that. This yard has come really well over the last couple of weeks and months. All the best to Adam Marcus and his entire team. They've got some lovely horses at the moment. Meg's Legacy with Oswald Noach, the blue and the silver checks, the blue and silver half sleeves. The half-sister to Oriental Charm. Oriental Charm, the winner of the Hollywoodbets Durban July, the Grade 1 event, earlier on in 2024. Before that, Oriental Charm went on to win the Hollywoodbets Dolphins Cup Trial, the Grade 3 over 1800 meters. So he's got some very good form, Oriental Charm. We all eagerly awaiting his return to the Western Cape. So nice to have the half-sister Meg's Legacy on track this morning. So we're keeping a close eye on those two horses that are going from the 1400 meter marker. They're both trained by Patrick Creyer. We'll just wait for this traffic up the lane to go past, and then those two horses will be told that they can leave from the 1400. So stand by. We've also got Pit Buerta sending out a few more horses from the 800 meter marker, being Papillon Bloom and Gathering Winter. I'll give you more information on those two horses closer to the time. Alright, so the two Paddy Creyer horses are broken away from the 1400 meter marker. That'll be Street Talk and Larking About. Gareth Wright is on Street Talk and Larking About with Inish Tucker. So on the right hand side with the maroon cap, that is Larking About, and Street Talk is on the left hand side, the grey. We'll watch them closely as they turn in line for home. They've just gone over the crossover. So they're just doing a nice even gallop out there, enjoying every moment of it. Street Talk a buy on the 2023 Cape Yearling sale, and Larking About was also a buy on the 2023 Cape Yearling sale. So we'll try and pick them up once they turn in line for home. They've galloped from the 1400 meter marker, have these two individuals. Larking About out of the Spectrum mare Alouette, the daughter of Patala Palace, and Street Talk is out of the Captain Elmere. Now you see her, the daughter of Talk of the Town. So on the left hand side, Street Talk just being asked to go and win the gallop with Gareth Wright. And on the right-hand side, you've got Larking About with Inish Tucker. There's not much in it as they run up towards the last 50 metres. They'll now be geared down as they head up towards the finishing line. Nothing wrong with that. The two Adam Marcus horses have officially broken into stride. Meg's Legacy, A buy at the Cape Racing Winter Mix Sale. The half-sister to Oriental Charm is on the left-hand side, and Winter on the green with Aldo Dimmer benefits from the experience of one run. And that's Winter on the green in front and Meg's Legacy back in second. Just having a look at Winter on the green. Had one start beaten 13th, 10 lengths behind Maritzburg Memory. And just on that gallop alone, you can see there's big improvement to come from run 1 to run 2. So Pit Buerta will be sending 2 more horses from the 800 meter marker. Papillon Blue. Keenan gets the ride. Keenan stay in the orange and the blue in front with a black cap. And Gathering Winter with Luke is at the back. That's got the pink body with the white stripe and the blue sleeves, as well as the black cap. So Papillon Blue and Gathering Winter are the 2 horses that will break away from the 800 meter marker. A yard that has come very well, that of Pit Buerta. He's got some lovely horses. They'll be looking forward to watching Montien run on the weekend. Just to give you some form on Papillon Blue, ran 11th on debut, 13 lengths behind Dawn Till Dusk, and then showed big improvements when running 5th, beaten 3 lengths by Ship and Darney. So a very nice run second time out from Papillon Blue. In fact, she was in it for a long way. At the 150, it looked like she may even be able to run into the first 3, Papillon Blue. So they're in stride. That's on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you've got Gathering Winter. They're both trained by Pit Buerta. Gathering Winter was a buy on the 2023 National Yearling Sale. Papillon Blue and Gathering Winter. They head up towards the last 400. Papillon Blue just in front of Gathering Winter, who gets a shake of the reins. There's just 200 meters left. Still going quite easily is Papillon Blue. And I'm sure in her third start there'll be tremendous improvement to come. Gathering Winter on the inside, still awfully green, but very much in touch as they head up towards the finishing post. A nice piece of work from these 2 individuals trained by Pit Buerta. All right, so there we go. That was a good piece of work to watch. They were asked to stretch all the way from the 800 meter marker. And from what I understand, that's it for the Gallops. Thank you very much for coming to join us at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth this morning. Great to see a small crowd that's turned out, and we hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we have. There's a few horses that need to go into that black book for when they come out in the next couple of starts. Thanks to all the trainers for participating. A big thank you to the jockeys and to the grooms. We'll chat again soon. That was our 3rd edition of the Breakfast Morning. From myself, Brandon, and the rest of the Cape Racing team, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.